If I had to choose just two things that attracted young teenagers to Japanese culture, it would be ninjas and samurai. Two famous groups from feudal Japan, ninjas and samurai have been revered in modern pop culture, but many people cannot tell them apart. Let me break it down for you. Samurai were a warrior class in feudal Japan who served the feudal lords. Samurai were guided by the ideals of bushido, which emphasized values such as loyalty, honor, and discipline. Samurai wore heavy armor that protected them and intimidated their enemies. Ninjas, on the other hand, are trained spies who have trained in Ninjutsu, a discipline that included espionage, infiltration, survival, and combat techniques.
They were often hired for covert missions such as espionage, infiltration, and sabotage that required secrecy. As soon as I say ninja, you might be imagining a man dressed in the stereotypical ninja suit popularized by movies, the dark head to toe, covering with a long sword stuck to the back. In reality, ninjas often dress like everyday people to blend in without raising suspicions. There have been many stories that involve them. So today, let me tell you about 10 of the most brutal movies no one would ever dare recommend. Let's get started. Harakiri. Harakiri, also called seppuku, is a ritual undertaken by samurai where they cut open their abdomen with a dagger to embrace death on their own terms. Samurai performed seppuku for various reasons throughout history, including preserving honor, avoiding capture after defeat, judicial punishment, or as an act of protest. This is the title of the first movie we are going to discuss. Often hailed as one of the greatest films of all time, Harakiri is a 1962 Japanese film directed by Masaki Kobayashi and starring Tatsuya Nakadai, Shima Iwashita, and Rentaro Mikuni. Set in 1630 Edo, Harakiri begins with a ronin, a samurai without a master, Tsugomo Hanshiro, arriving at the Iyi clan estate to ask for permission to commit seppuku in the courtyard. The senior counselor of the clan, Saito Kagyo, does not believe he is serious, as there used to be a practice of ronin who only asked permission to commit seppuku on the clan's land in hopes of being given alms and turned away. Just a few months earlier, a ronin named Chichiwa Motome had made a similar request, and Saito and the senior samurai of the clan were so sure that he was only there for alms that they forced him to commit seppuku immediately. They did not listen to his request to postpone it for a few days, as he had to put his affairs in order. Motome had been carrying swords made of bamboo, and his death had been painful and humiliating. Turns out, Hanshiro knew Motome as Motome was married to his daughter Miho, and was the son of his late friend and fellow retainer Jinai Chijiwa. Motome's death had led to the deaths of his wife Miho and son Kingo as well, and Hanshiro had vowed to avenge all three of them. A strong criticism of the romanticization of Bushido, Harakiri is a masterfully crafted tragedy with mesmerizing cinematography that reiterates the saying that history is written by the victors. It is not for the faint-hearted though, as there's a lot of bloodshed in the film. The film is perfect in every way possible, and any cinephile should watch this masterpiece. Shiguri Death Frenzy. Shiguri Death Frenzy is a 2007 anime directed by Hiroshi Hamasaki. It's an adaptation of a manga series of the same name created by Takayuki Yamaguchi, the same man who created Apocalypse Zero. The manga itself takes inspiration from the first chapter of Norio Nanjo's novel Saruga Jo Gozenji. Under Tokugawa Tadanaga's rule in 1629, the daimyo, which means feudal lord, arranges a tournament in Shizuoka. Despite his vassal's request that the tournament be fought with wooden swords, the daimyo orders real steel swords to be used. The first match is between Fujiki Genosuke and Irako Seigen. Fujiki Genosuke is the star student of the Kogen Dojo. Despite having only one arm, Fujiki is a fierce fighter and uses his strong back muscles to compensate. Irako Seigen, on the other hand, is a blind samurai who was once considered to become Kogen's successor, but he and Kogen had a falling out which led to his blindness. While Fujiki cares about the honor of the Kogen Dojo, Irako is only there to raise his personal status. The series follows the incidents that led to the two warriors arriving at the tournament. Shiguri is slow and atmospheric, with each scene unfolding with practiced precision, and for a show that has blood-curdling violence, it is surprisingly dreamy. The show makes use of the uncanny well and makes every scene as ominous as possible.
Shinkuro! His word is the law!
Ninja Scroll. Next up we have one of the anime films that influenced the Wachowskis while creating The Matrix, Ninja Scroll. This 1993 animated film was written and directed by Yoshiaki Kawajiri and stars the voices of Emi Shinohara, Koichi Yamadera, and Takeshi Iono. Ninja Scroll was not that successful in Japan, but found a large cult audience in North America. where it increased interest in adult animation. Ninja Scroll follows a complicated story. Kibagami Jubei, an ex-Yamashiro ninja, lands right in the middle of a national conspiracy when he rescues a kunoichi, which means female ninja, Kagero, from the hands of Tessai. Kagero was a part of the Mochizuki Koga ninja team, who were investigating a massacre in the Shimoda village after a ship had run aground into Mochizuki territory from a storm. The ship contained gold that was being sent by the Yamashiro clan to Toyotomi Shogun of the Dark in exchange for his protection. The Shogun of the Dark intended to use it to overthrow the Tokugawa shogunate, the current government. The Yamashiro clan wanted the shipment to be a secret, so they had hired the 8 Devils of Kimon, a superpowered team of ninjas who had killed everyone in Shimoda village to make sure no one finds out. Tessai was a part of the 8 Devils who had killed the Mochizuki Koga ninjas. Jubai and Kagero meet up with the Tokugawa spy Takuan and together set out to kill the 8 Devils together. The high-octane action and quality of animation of Ninja Scroll has stood the test of time. The visuals are pristine and captivating, with detailed backgrounds and minimal movement. For me, the ending seemed a bit weak and almost predictable, but it's an engrossing watch throughout. 13 Assassins. By 1844, cracks were beginning to appear in the Tokugawa shogunate. Lord Masudera Naritsugu is a cruel, unjust man who abuses and murders anybody he wants to, as he's protected by his half-brother, the shogun. When the shogun begins insisting on his promotion to the shogunate council, the nobles are shocked and vehemently oppose it. One feudal lord commits seppuku to protest the shogun, as his family had been slaughtered by Naritsugu. Sir Doi Toshitsura, one of the shogun's senior counselors, realizes that something needs to be done, so he hires Shimada Shinzaemon, a trusted older samurai, to assassinate Naritsugu and prevent the civil unrest that's bound to follow his entry into the shogunate. As luck would have it, Shinzaemon's old contemporary Hanbei, a loyal samurai of Naritsugu, finds out about the plot and begins preparations to stop the assassination. It is a battle of wits, cunning and warfare as Shinzaemon and the 12 assassins with him try to get to Naritsugu before they are themselves killed by his men. This is the crux of the 2010 Takashi Miike film 13 Assassins. It stars Koji Yakusho, Suzuki Takawaka, and Takayuki Yamada. It is a remake of the 1963 film 13 Assassins, directed by Eiichi Kudo. Those who know Miike are aware of his penchant for violence, but given his track record of Audition and Dead or Alive, 13 Assassins almost seems mild. I say almost, as some scenes with vivid noises and bloodshed are enough to give you nightmares. With realistic characters and wonderful acting, 13 Assassins is not a movie you'd want to miss. The pièce de résistance of the film is the final battle scene that goes over 40 minutes and is a treat for gore lovers. Ninja Kamui. Are you someone who loves John Wick and anime? How would you like John Wick in anime form? Enter the 2024 series Ninja Kamui that tells the tale of Higan. Higan is a ninja who is tired of the lone wolf lifestyle that comes with being a ninja. So he escapes his clan and, with his wife Mari, who was trained alongside him, settles down in rural America. Higan wants nothing from his previous life, not even his name, so he takes up the name Joe Logan and is almost settling into his calm American life with his wife and son when assassins from his clan ambush him. As revenge for his betrayal, they kill his wife and son. With no one to live for, Higan embraces his past as a ninja and decides to avenge his family. His sole purpose in life is to take down the clan he was once a part of and its new leader, Yamaji. Ninja Kamui premiered on Adult Swim's Toonami programming block on Cartoon Network, which is known for airing adult-oriented animation and action programming. It was written by Shigeru Marakoshi and directed by Sung-Hoo Park. The voice cast of the series includes Kenjiro Suda, Atsushi Ono, and Yuki Wake. The word Kamui can refer to a spirit or divine being in Ainu tradition. Ninja Kamui has one of the strongest pilots in modern anime. The animation style of the hand-to-hand combat is splendid too. The story, however, is cliched and you have to admit, not very original. The CGI mech suits later introduced into the series are a major bummer, but the ninjas make the series a worthy watch. 5-element ninjas. If you are a fan of Chinese action films, you will know the Shaw Brothers Studio, and if you know the Shaw Brothers Studio, you will know director Shang Shi. Shi specializes in well-choreographed fights, and the next movie in this list, 5-Element Ninjas, is full of them. Released in 1982, 5-Element Ninjas stars Cheng Xianqi, Shen Pei-zi, and Lo Mang. The film is set in ancient China, where the prestigious title of the greatest martial arts master is up for grabs, and the main contenders are rivals Chief Hong and Yuan Zheng. Since it's the title of master, the two let their students fight each other on their behalf. It's soon clear that Hong's students are no match for Zheng's. After they are all defeated, Hong refuses to give up and hires a Japanese samurai to fight on his behalf. Initially, the samurai fights well, but is soon defeated by Liang Zhisheng, one of Zheng's students. The samurai commits seppuku, but before he dies, he poisons Zheng and warns him that a ninja clan he is allied with will avenge him. Soon the 5-element ninjas challenge the recuperating Zheng, and he asks his most trusted students, Sheng and Shan Hao, to guard the school. Unknown to them, Hong joins forces with Cheng Yunmudo, the ninja leader, to take down Zheng. Will Zheng's students defeat the Alliance, or will we have to close school? Watch 5-element ninjas to find out. 5-element ninjas is definitely one of Che's very best, and if you are a fan of cheesy, poorly dubbed Chinese action films, you should have already watched this long ago. Blind Woman's Curse. The leader of the Tachibana Yakuza clan is Akemi, a dragon-tattooed woman with fierce skills. During a duel, Akemi accidentally slashes the eyes of her female opponent. As blood gushes from the wound, a black cat laps it up. Years later, the fight between the clan continues, but Akemi might be at a disadvantage as Aiko will have a revenge, one way or another, and she has already left behind a trail of corpses of Yakuza girls with their dragon tattoos ripped away. This is the interesting plot of Blind Woman's Curse, a 1970 Japanese-era guru film directed by Teruo Ishii. The film was released as Kaidan Nobori Ryo, roughly translated as Ghost Story Rising Dragon in Japanese. Starring Hoki Tokuda, Meiko Kaji, and Makoto Sato, Blind Woman's Curse is a delightfully absurd film. It is a mix of everything. There are scantily clad beautiful women, there are curses, there are scenes of skinning and torture, all wrapped up in a weird concoction. This is not a movie you watch while eating something, as you are for sure going to throw up. If you like things that barely make sense and can stomach a whole lot of blood, watch Blind Woman's Curse. Versus. A treat for fans of zombie movies and samurai flicks alike, Versus is a 2000 horror film directed by Ryuhei Kitamura and written by Kitamura and Yudai Yamaguchi. A prisoner, known to us only by his prisoner number, KSC-2303, escapes from prison through a forest. The forest, incidentally, is the 444th portal on Earth that connects our planet to Hell. There are in total 666 portals, and people seek them out to gain the power of darkness. A Yakuza leader is in the forest for the same reason. The prisoner sees members of the Yakuza holding onto a girl they kidnapped. He rescues the girl and is escaping from the Yakuza when he and the Yakuza are both forced to face zombies in the forest, courtesy of the Yakuza leader. The making of the film is as crazy as the film itself. Kitamura raised the money independently as no studio believed he would be able to make an action movie in the time and budget he quoted. According to one popular production story, Kitamura discovered Tak Sakaguchi during an unconventional encounter and cast him as the lead, and a legend among video gamers, Hideo Kojima, also makes a brief cameo in the film. If all these behind the scenes facts haven't convinced you to watch this film, let me make it simpler. This is the most you'll enjoy a film ever. It has no plot, no character depth, I mean come on, they hardly have names, and definitely no meaningful memorable dialogue, but by God, it is fun. Blade of the Immortal. After killing a corrupt lord and his followers on his superior's orders, Manji is forced to go on the run. He abandons his samurai way of life and devotes his time to caring for Machi, his insane sister. Unfortunately, a group of Ronin attacks the siblings as there's a huge bounty on Manji's head. Machi is killed, and though Manji slaughters the group in retaliation, he is mortally wounded. Yabukuni, the immortal nun, cares for him and implants sacred bloodworms in his body, which heal him and make him immortal. 52 years later, Manji is dragged back into his samurai way of life after Rin Asano, a young girl, asks for his help in avenging the death of a family at the hands of Kekahisa Anotsu and his society of samurai, Itorio. This enthralling tale is the central plot of the 2017 action flick Blade of the Immortal, directed by Takashi Miike and starring Hana Sugizaki and Takuya Kimura. Miike's 100th film, Blade of the Immortal, is based on Hiroaki Samura's manga series of the same name. It is not easy compressing a story told over 30 volumes into a single 141-minute long film, but Miike gets full marks for trying. The script feels rushed, as expected, but the main redeeming point of the film is the breathtaking cinematography. Blade of the Immortal is a feast for the eyes as each scene unfolds like a picturesque postcard. A great choice for a chill weekend if you're not too nitpicky about character arcs and depth. Hell's Paradise. Last but not least, we have the anime Hell's Paradise, produced by MAPPA, based on Yuji Kaku's manga series Hell's Paradise. Jigokuraku. Hell's Paradise centers around the ninja Gabimaru. Gabimaru is sentenced to death, but every execution attempt fails, something later tied to his powerful will to live and return to his wife. Even Gabimaru is surprised his body is so superhuman, but believes that the love for his wife is what is keeping hhim alive. Yamada Asaemon Sagiri, an executioner of the Yamada Asaemon clan, offers Gabimaru a chance to earn a pardon by joining the shogunate's expedition. In the southwest of the Ryukyu Kingdom, there is a legendary realm known as Shinsenkyo, which apparently houses the elixir of life. After several expeditions fail to return, the shogunate assembles a new team of death row convicts, including Gabimaru. Each convict is assigned a Yamada Asaemon executioner, and whoever returns with the elixir is promised a full pardon. Directed by Kari Makita, Hell's Paradise has fans all over the world. Despite being set in a dark supernatural world with so many cruel characters, Hell's Paradise is surprisingly wholesome. The show explores each character with great nuance, giving us detailed backstories with well-rounded personalities. The voice cast of the show, which includes Chiaki Kobayashi, Rie Takahashi, Ryohei Kimura, and Yumiri Hanamori, is talented and befitting the characters they play. It's a complete package with a lot of violence, action-packed fights, thrilling and suspenseful plots, with moments that make you cheer, and an incredible soundtrack. Those were all the awesome and carnage-filled ninja and samurai stories I could find. My favourite is Hell's Paradise, as I can't wait to find out the fate of all the characters. I do think that it is underrated because it is competing with some heavy hitters like Demon Slayer and JJK. Which one of these did you like the most? Did I miss any of your favourites? Sound off in the comments below, and I will add them in the next video. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, tap that thumbs up, subscribe to us, and turn on that bell notification to never miss an update from our marvellous channel. I will soon be back with more stuff, but until then, goodbye.